Somebody come get Rio Ferdinand. This man is moving just like Gary Neville. At first, he comes out and attacks Bukayo Saka, saying he's not world class, even though he's putting up numbers better than Gareth Bale did in the Premier League, and numbers that are almost identical to Cristiano Ronaldo, who, may I remind you, was the last Premier League Ballon d'Or winner, right? When he won with Man United. So Bukayo Saka is putting up numbers, right? The same as Cristiano Ronaldo, arguably the greatest player of all time. And I'm not saying he's better than Ronaldo. No, I am not saying that. Ronaldo is clearly better because he ended up winning, the Champions League, 3 times the Premier League. He won the Ballon d'Or with Man United. Bukayo Saka just has, good numbers that are there, almost identical to the great Cristiano Ronaldo. And to not call him world class is blasphemous. Wow, we all know Rio Ferdinand is out here thinking that Marcus Rashford, of all people, is world class. So if you're going to tell me the likes of Rashford and Bruno Fernandes are world class and Bukayo Saka isn't, you have to be a madman. But he came out and said something even worse than that statement. He said that if Mikel Arteta were offered the chance to join Man United, that he would 100%, no doubt about it, leave Arsenal, the team in 3rd place and in the knockout stages of the Champions League, for 6th place Manchester United. Not in any European competition after being grouped from a group consisting of Copenhagen, Galatasaray, and Bayern Munich, who is looking like they're about to break their long streak of Bundesliga wins, right? They've consecutively won the Bundesliga a countless amount of times. For the last decade, they've dominated Germany, and it's looking like it's for the first time, right, in years. They are about to lose it to Xavi Alonso's Bayern Leverkusen, so they're in a pretty down slope right now. This is the weakest we've seen Bayern Munich in quite some time. And Man United played a weak Bayern Munich team in this group stage twice, and were humiliated. They couldn't handle Galatasaray. They couldn't handle Copenhagen. Grouped, I tell you. All right. So that same Man United team, right, that spent almost 80 quid on Jadon Sancho and are now paying him to play for Borussia Dortmund. Also paid 80 million for Anthony, for him to have less goals and assists than Jacob Kiwior, who's Arsenal's, 3rd string left back, 3rd string center back, who has a goal and 2 assists. Meanwhile, Anthony still manages to have less than that. And you're gonna tell me that Mikel Arteta went from being humiliated to Man City 5-0 with the likes of Kolasinac, Mustafi, heck, that in the back line, right? Holding and having El Neni as a consistent starter, all right? To now finally having a good quality team that's a top 5 squad in Europe. Lads, come on, lads, come on. Rio Ferdinand, lad. Your bias in Man United is showing almost as Gary Neville. If you wanted headlines, you've got it. But you are on the level of Gary Neville when it comes to blasphemy, lads. Look at this. Why would Arsenal manager Mikel Arteta, who is, 2 points away from league leaders Liverpool. I know they're in 3rd, but there is literally a 2-point gap between 3rd and 1st, right? City and Liverpool could drop points next week, and Arsenal could pick up 3, and now they're 1st place. And you're telling me this lad, Mikel Arteta, is looking at their situation, contending for the title, and then he's looking at Man United with 44 points. They are 16 points from the top. Just came off a loss at home to Fulham, right, in the last minutes. You're having your captain throw a tantrum after losing the ball. And Bruno Fernandes, my man is the captain. You went from Roy Keane, who's a very well-respected footballing legend, as your captain, to Bruno Fernandes, who is one of the worst crybabies we have ever seen in the Premier League. And you think Mikel Arteta is looking at that team and he's like, man, if they sack Ten Hag, man, I'm putting in my job application. Lad, that is like working for a big company, being the CEO of Apple, right? Making millions, And then you see the job as a Burger King manager making $20 an hour, and you're like, ooh, if that manager over there quits, man, I'm done with the Apple CEO job. I'm going to go take things easy over there at the Burger King management, right? That's exactly what we're seeing right here. That's the type of job comparison. And this lad, Rio Ferdinand, thinks that Mikel Arteta rebuilds and changes the culture for the better at Arsenal, makes them a world-class side. Believe it or not, I know if you put this side and instead of naming it Arsenal and you named it Chelsea or Liverpool, they would be called a world-class side. If you put Bukayo Saka with all the numbers, with the class and the performances he's done in a Liverpool jersey, City jersey, dude, oh my God, you'd see Gary Neville, saying how world-class Bukayo Saka is, that this lad's taking a next step in his career. But since he plays for Arsenal, they know that they get a reaction if they hate on him, and that's exactly what's going on there. And then, look at this. Look at this. You think, I know they lost 1-0 in the first leg, but the atmosphere and the form at home, Porto's going to pay for their sins right here. Look at this, 77%. Put the house on Arsenal. It's terrible odds right there, but put the house on Arsenal that they win that game, lads, because we know Porto's going to sit back and relax. Meanwhile, Arsenal are just, pounding their back line right there, and they will win that match. Put the house on Arsenal, all right? But I'm not responsible if we lose there, though. I'm not on the pitch. But if I were a betting man, I'm putting the house on Arsenal, but I'm not responsible if they end up losing this match. I'm just saying that. Don't come at me and be like, I put the house, I'm homeless now in the comment section, because I'm just telling you what I believe is gonna happen. Doesn't mean you gotta go put money on there. All right, I'm just saying that. But look at this. Let's check the lineups. Maybe Rio Ferdinand sees something I don't. Okay, Onana or David Raya. My man, Onana's not even clear of David De Gea, who's unemployed right now. So David, you're putting Raya over him. Diego Dalot or Ben White? My man, Ben White, any day of the week. Rafael Varane or Saliba? Lads, if you think Varane is better than Saliba, come on. Saliba right now is a top 3 center back in the world. I'm sorry to tell you, you can't name me 3 better center backs. The only ones that are in a conversation with Saliba at the moment is the likes of Virgil van Dijk. Maybe Ruben Diaz. Okay, I'm going to give it to Ruben Diaz right there. Ruben Diaz, that's about it. I would say one of the Real Madrid center backs, but they have so many injuries. They have Tuanemi playing center back, so I can't really say that. I would have said maybe the likes of maybe Militao, something like that. But lads, Militao, Alaba, the lads are hurt. I'm sorry. But I do think Real Madrid have some world-class center backs. They're just a hospital at the moment. Harry Maguire or Gabriel. Well, Gabriel's outscoring Marcus Rashford at the moment, so I understand Harry Maguire's coming off a goal here, but lads, Gabriel, come on. Lindelof, or at the moment, we are looking at Jacob Kiwior. Come on, Jacob Kiwior. He's got better. He's outscoring 80 million pound Anthony. All right, come on. But when healthy, we have Zinchenko. I'm still taking Zinchenko over Lindelof as well. Luke Shaw and Timber, when you compare them, when both healthy, I believe they would be the starting fullback at left back. I'm taking Timber any day of the week. I'm sorry. Mino here, he's a young lad who's actually broken onto the scenes, had a last-minute winner against Wolves. Or Declan Rice. Or, you know what, we'll compare Declan Rice to Casemiro. Or Jorginho. Well, Jorginho's been voted to the top 5 in Ballon d'Or race. The lad was 12 million, and this lad has been performing absolutely phenomenal when he plays. Completely had a masterclass against Newcastle. I believe he should be starting more. He should get the start against Porto. He puts the calm in the midfield. So, maybe Maino will be better in a year or two, but at the moment, Jorginho is clear. If Man United could get Jorginho for 12 million, they would do it, no doubt about it. Casemiro or Declan Rice, lads, Casemiro has came to Man United, said he didn't come for the pay, that he wanted to rebuild the squad. Had a little celebration with the badge against Chelsea in a last minute equalizing against the 1 billion bottle jobs that Gary Neville called them. Meanwhile, Declan Rice is out here putting out masterclasses, scoring last minute winners, absolutely dominating midfields. Declan Rice any day of the week right now. Bruno Fernandes and Odegaard. Don't ever disrespect Odegaard right there. Omari Forson. or Bukayo Saka? Lads, is that even a conversation? Let's just say Havertz plays striker or Marcus Rashford. Lads, Marcus Rashford at the moment puts as much effort as the security at most concerts, or that security guard at that one pitch where he's just like, he's just checking them like lightly. All right, get in. He's just patting like regular pat downs. He's security at raves. I've heard at raves people sneaking in big bottles of liquor. You know what I'm saying? That's exactly it right there. Security. That's how much effort Marcus Rashford puts on here. Garnacho or Martinelli, that one's a bit close right now. Martinelli's having an off year. He has 7 goals and 4 assists in the Champions League and Premier League. Garnacho's had a bit of form. So I'm going to be unbiased. And this season, with recent form, I think Martinelli has been a bit poor. Garnacho has had his little breakout season. So I'm going to go Garnacho. It's a hot take, but that's a controversial one. So really, the only lad here that's actually put that you could say over an Arsenal player's Garnacho, possibly. And you're gonna look at this squad, lads. They just put a 4-1 on Newcastle. Come on, lads. Let's be real here. There's no way that Mikel Arteta would say, "Yep, that's the job I want." No chance. No chance. The Barcelona one, I could see it grabbing his interest because he has a previous past with Barcelona and he's Spanish. Maybe after he wins after he's had enough of his time here at Arsenal, maybe one day he'll be like, you know what, it's time for me to get a new challenge in La Liga. Barcelona job's open, I'm going over there. Maybe the Barca job, if they get their financial situation situated. But till then, I don't see another, maybe Man City as well. City, if they sack Pep Guardiola, beat the allegations, I could see that as well. But that's about it. But make sure to leave a comment down below if you agree with Rio Ferdinand or not. Would he go to Man United? And if you think he would, lad, it's time to get a little CTE scan or something. Like, lad, you might have a concussion. Put him in concussion protocol. He's not thinking straight. But anyways, make sure to like and subscribe. And thank you guys for watching.